My name is Rebecca. I am in my early 30s and I am a novelist. I live with my two elementary school daughters and my husband James, a copywriter and the same age as me. Recently, I'm suffering from my mother-in-law's behavior. She's from a good and rich family and married to a man who is a director of a company. Since she has been spoiled ever since she was born and has done whatever she wanted, she is a nuisance who ranks and one-up everyone around her based on their family background and money, including our family, my parents, and her daughter's family who left her house to marry into her husband's family. And recently, she even started doing this. Rebecca, where do you keep the new body soap? The last one I used was so nice and my skin got smooth, so I want the same one for mine. Bianca, you came to our home again without permission? You and James are both at work today, and Annie and Rachel are away on a school trip, right? I've come to protect your house for you guys. As a thank you gift, I'll take some body soap. You should be thankful. I don't charge you in cash. A home guard? Please stop making jokes. Also, that's our house, so don't take her stuff without permission. I mean, how many times have I told you not to go into her house without permission? This is not only your house, right? It's also James' house, so it's natural for me, his mother, to go in and out. I mean, he gave me a duplicate key, so it's fine. He's warned you many times, hasn't he? He told you that the next time you enter the house without permission, he would confiscate it, right? Oh, really? You always mess up her house and it's really bothering me. Who do you think cleans up after you leave each and every time? When we go on vacation or leave the house for a long period, it's so hard for me to clean it up when I get back. Please don't do anything more to mess the house. Also, this tea and sweets look so good. I'll take some home for my husband. Hey, are you listening to me? I'm listening. You know, Bianca, do you really know what you're doing? Even though you are his mother, it's not right for you to come in without permission when he refuses to let you in. This is trespassing. In other words, it's a crime. Do you understand? You're overreacting. Don't you realize that you're narrow-minded? Oh God, of course you're a wife from a poor family. That has nothing to do with this. You've been so selfish with me with your money and the power from your family, and now you go in without permission and take things from other people's homes? Again, do you understand that this is a crime? Look, I may be your in-law, but I'm still a mother. Don't be stingy. Don't call it a crime. Oh God, I'm so frustrated because you don't understand. Why did James even let this unintelligent, poor girl get into our family? What's that? Now you're frustrated? I'm the one who's frustrated because you don't understand. Shut up, seriously, a poor girl. What? Stop complaining if you're not home right now. I'm the one who's home for the four of you who aren't home. I'm doing my job to protect the house. Do you understand? I'm doing my job. Before you complain, you should pay me. I welcomed a woman like you into my family. Give me a break. You're only supported by your husband and you have never worked in this real world. Don't be so selfish with your parents and your husband's family background and money. Get out now. And you'd better clean up your mess too. Okay, you want me to leave, huh? You're so hopeless, you don't understand. This is why I hate poor people who grew up with a single parent. Recently, when I am away from home on vacation or for leisure, Bianca has started to come and occupy my apartment and use it as a vacation home. No matter how strictly she is warned by her son, she doesn't listen to him, and no matter how much we complain to her husband, he spoils her. Even when I changed the key and made sure the door was locked tightly, she would call a locksmith to open the door for some random reason like, I lost a key. A few days later, she heard a story about my husband and me and made an outrageous demand.
Rebecca, I heard you are going abroad. You're a poor, unsuccessful novelist who depends on James and our money. Do you understand your position?
Huh? What is it this time? I don't have any plans to go abroad now.
There's no point in lying. I heard you built a villa abroad.
Oh, right, but that was a long time ago. I don't go there often, but there is one overseas.
You've really pushed yourself too hard, haven't you? I can't believe you have a villa abroad. It sounds like you're showing it off.
I'm telling you, I didn't build it. I inherited it from my father who passed away.
But I'm sure you still have to pay for the upkeep, right? Or is it in a very inexpensive minor country? Or maybe you inherited a shack in the middle of nowhere in a developing country. That would suit you though, wouldn't it?
No, it's located in Cancun, Mexico.
Cancun? You want to lie and show off that much?
I told you I didn't build it. It was built by my father and mother with money they had saved up for years to make a beautiful memory once a year.
Well, whatever, if you say so. Cancun. I've never been to Cancun because I go to other countries. I've always wanted to go there at least once if possible, and we have a fair amount of money, so I can work it out with my husband. But when it comes to traveling abroad, there's a lot of trouble, you know.
Well, yeah, it's true you need a passport and exchange money.
So, the next time you go abroad, will you let me and my husband come with you?
What?
I heard from James that you are planning to go during the summer vacation starting in 2 weeks. Then it's perfect timing. I'll come along for the ride.
No, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't. We're planning to relax as a family. Besides, we've already booked our flights, so we can't add tickets now.
Huh, what's that? You have the money to buy a villa, but you can't even invite your in-laws? A few extra people staying over is no big deal. You really are stingy.
Don't tell me you're coming too.
Of course, otherwise what's the point of going to Cancun?
I'm sorry, but the villa is not very spacious. It would be difficult for 2 families to stay there.
You and James and the others could book a hotel.
Why would it turn out like that? I could understand if you guys are booking a room.
I'm saying then there's no point going to Cancun. Do you understand English? Should I explain from 1 to 10?
I told you we all can't stay there.
This is your chance to show your in-laws the beautiful ocean of Cancun and be a good daughter-in-law. But you want to keep it all to yourselves. A poor woman from a poor family can't think like that.
Bianca, can't you see I'm really telling you to stop?
I'll help you pay for a plane ticket, so do something with James.
I mean, the size of the house won't change, you know?
I'm the one who came up with the idea and you're denying it, even though you're a lower-ranked wife. Who do you think you are to waste my precious time like you did the other day with the home guard?
You came to our house without permission and you were just angry by yourself the other day. I'm telling you, I can't stay with you no matter what you say. If you insist, I guess the only way is to have separate hotels and flights and meet up there.
This is really why I don't like wives from poor families. Listen, if you don't have money, don't buy a villa. If you can't afford to buy it, at least invite people over. If you can't even invite your parents-in-law, it's a waste of money to have it.
Huh?
Are you being dumb? It's just a common sense. If you can't even do such a thing, you're so unsightly.
You say this, I say that. It's completely out of the question. Anyway, for once, I'd like to spend some quality time with my family, so please stop double booking. Well then, I have some chores to do, so if you'll excuse me now. Bianca's attitude made me feel tired and tired for no reason. Furthermore, one day just before the trip, I received a message from her.
Rebecca, good afternoon. Or good evening. Oops, there's a time difference between Cancun and California. I forgot.
Huh? What? What's wrong? And what do you mean by time difference?
Where do you think I am right now?
How would I know?
Fine, I will tell you. I just arrived in Cancun. I just saw the ocean from the plane. It was beautiful. My husband looks like he's having a great time.
I can't believe you guys are actually coming to Cancun. How many days are you staying? Our schedule might clash with yours.
We haven't decided on how many days, but it's possible that our stay will clash.
Oh.
Well, it's really nice view of the ocean, and I'm sure it's going to be fun. And to be honest, I'm surprised. Even though it's a shabby villa, it looks pretty new and nice, doesn't it? It even has a pool. I thought it would be a shabby shack since it came for a poor family, but surprisingly, you did a good job.
Huh? A swimming pool? A villa? No way.
It's your villa.
What?
When I asked the neighbors that we were visiting as relatives, they told us. People over here are so friendly.
Wait a minute, how in the world could it happen? We are supposed to go to the villa the day after tomorrow.
I know, I'm saying I'll stay here in the meantime.
I didn't give you permission or invite you to use it.
You're not very nice, so I managed myself. I guess a nice house is for upper-class people like us. You don't deserve a villa, even if it's a shabby one.
I'm not talking about shabby or appropriate. You didn't come all the way to Cancun a few days before us just for that, did you?
Of course I did, because I am your mother-in-law. What belongs to you belongs to us. What's wrong with me using it? Besides, the house would cry if you have a villa like this and you don't use it.
It has nothing to do with you. I won't say anything bad, so leave now.
I'm already in here. By the way, the place is really too good for you. Just because you have a villa, do you think you got out of poverty and became a great person? You even got carried away and told me to go home. You should know who you are.
Wow, you really went in there. No matter how much you say, this is another trespassing.
What are you talking about? You invited me in, so I didn't break any laws. Besides, there's no one here, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't invite you. I won't say any more, so get out now.
It's too late. I've already put all my stuff in the house. This villa belongs to me and your father-in-law as of today. I've taken your stuff outside, so please come and collect them soon.
What? You took the stuff out too? All of them? Why did you do that?
Why would I do that? It's because they were in my way. It would ruin the villa if some poor person's poor belongings were left there. I threw them into the yard.
Oh my God.
Now you understand. Once I decide to do something, I do it.
Look, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's not our villa.
Huh?
I said it's not our villa. That's the villa of your daughter, Kate, and her family.
Kate's villa? What are you talking about?
I'm just telling you the truth. James and his sister Kate are very close, and we were also close as a family. So when her husband Harry decided to buy a villa to enjoy Cancun with their children, he chose a place close to ours and built it. Our villa doesn't have a pool. Here, this is ours.
Wait, huh? Wait a minute, I don't see what you're talking about.
Oh my god, you're really broke in. And on top of that, you took their stuff without permission, throwing them into the yard? Hey, Harry is a lawyer, right? I heard that your daughter got fed up with you and left the house to marry him. If they found out you trespassed, well, they would sue you 100%.
I really don't know what you're talking about. What the hell?
You should have asked the neighbors for more details.
Hey, what have you done? I threw all of her stuff out in the yard.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I know it was just a misunderstanding, but you threw away your own daughter and her family's belongings because they were in the way?
No way. You tricked me. You intentionally made me go into this villa to frame me and my husband for the crime.
How paranoid are you? There's nothing to trick you. Whatever the situation is, Bianca, you did it on your own, just like you trespassed in our house. You stole things from your own son's family without permission. You threw away your own daughter's belongings because they were in the way. How can I be a good girl if you're like this?
Tell me the address of the real villa right now. Where is it?
Wow, you're scary.
If you don't tell me, I'll ask James.
He's tired of your trespassing and doing whatever you want, so there's no way he'll tell you.
Hey, tell me this is not true. I'm suddenly scared and couldn't even tell my husband.
Oops, you're in trouble. Anyway, why are you so obsessed with harassing me?
It's because you don't behave well. Don't talk nonsense to me if you were born in a poor family. You are just a poor lady who has no choice but to be fed up by James and our noble family.
I'm being fed? I didn't tell you my annual income, did I?
I heard it from him.
Then I think you heard only his income. Our incomes are about the same.
Huh? Rebecca, you don't work. How are you earning money when you're unemployed and stuck at home all the time?
I'm a novelist. I can work from anywhere with just one computer, so I work from home. We're both working in different places and different environments. I have been telling you this for a while now, but you don't listen to anything that's inconvenient for you. You've assumed that I'm unemployed, but I'm working, you know.
Seriously? Then it's twice as what I heard.
I guess so.
Oh no.
Since you're there in Cancun, why don't you enjoy at that villa just like you did before instead of worrying about us? Well, the police might come before you relax though. I've already contacted your daughter and her husband from my side.
Don't be silly. Do something. Help me. There must be some way. Help me, Rebecca.
Now you're a real criminal, aren't you? There's nothing I can do. I feel sorry for you. After that, I heard that Bianca left her husband and tried to run away alone. However, she was too late to run away because she had brought her belongings to the villa with the intention of turning it into a complete villa. In addition, he found her trying to run away and she dropped her phone and he saw the screen. There was a conversation between her and me, so it became a big problem, and the local residents heard the commotion and saw the stuff dumped in front of the villa. They called the police and they were caught red-handed on suspicion of trespassing. Of course, Kate and Harry were furious about this. She told her parents that she would break off the relationship, and she filed a claim for a large sum of money for damages. After that, although they managed to return back to their town, This incident became a rumor in the neighborhood, and because of this, they were not on good terms and they had to pay for the damages and go through a very horrible summer in the court. We, on the other hand, enjoyed our vacation in Cancun and are living peacefully.
Yo, Frankie, sup? Man, it feels like forever since I last talked to you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasant 8 years. Why'd you have to go and ruin it by texting me like this?
Come on, dude. Is that really how you're gonna greet an old friend?
An old friend? As in someone who I no longer consider a friend? You should be grateful that's all I had to say about you, considering what you did. You slept with my wife, got cut off by your parents, turned everyone who was once your friend against you, and had to leave town to escape your ruined reputation. Didn't you move out of state?
Well, yeah, but anyway. You're still working in town, aren't you?
What's it to you?
I just thought I might stop by and visit my old buddy Frankie and shoot the breeze for a while.
Don't bother. You don't know where I live anyway.
Not to worry. I got your address from one of our classmates who didn't know about our history.
Unbelievable. Seriously though, what do you think you're doing? You don't have any right to be texting me anymore, much less actually coming to visit me at my house.
Oh, please, don't be like that. It's been 8 years. That's all water under the bridge now, all right?
I'll still feel the same way about you 80 years from now. So don't you dare come anywhere near me.
If you're really still that angry, why haven't you blocked my number?
Just to keep tabs on you. There's no telling what a sociopathic moron like you will do. So it's safest to be able to at least have some advance notice of what you might be doing. Consider it like a vaccine for a virus named Luke.
Wow, you're harsh.
Not harsh, just honest.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, the truth is that your vaccine was a dud.
Huh? What now?
You got remarried, didn't you?
Yeah, and?
And you had a kid too, right?
What's with these questions? I don't feel compelled to tell you anything about my life.
Nah. You don't need to tell me anything. I already know everything. Tell you what, Frankie boy. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret I've been keeping from you.
Secret?
Get this. You know that precious little baby your wife gave birth to? It's not yours. It's mine.
What? What are you talking about?
You don't have to believe me. But if you get a paternity test, it's not gonna be yours. But seriously, what's with you? You haven't even seen your wife in 2 years. How did you not realize the baby wasn't yours when she told you she was pregnant? Do you not even know how babies are made?
For real, Luke, what in the world are you talking about? You've never met my current wife. You don't even know her name.
That's what you think. I'm like a home-wrecking ninja. I sneak in undetected and bam! Your wife is now my plaything. You should know that. It's how I stole your last wife from you. I was getting with her for 2 whole years and you didn't even notice. I only let you in on the whole thing because I got bored. What kind of idiot doesn't notice his wife with another guy for that long? You're such a loser.
Are you gonna start making sense anytime soon?
Huh?
Who are you talking about? Luke, is this really you? Did someone take over your account or something? Or maybe you're just drunk out of your mind?
Drunk? Well, maybe just a little. And it's the real me.
I see. Well then, I don't want to deal with you for any longer than I have to, so I'll give you the bare minimum information necessary to get you to leave me alone. First off, I'm not living in our old town anymore.
What?
Second, I don't have any kids.
Hold on. Oh, I get it. You're lying to try and get me to go away, aren't you? How pathetic. Sorry, Frankie boy. It's not gonna work.
You're free to think whatever you'd like. I'm just telling you the truth. Now, if you excuse me, I need to get back to work, so I'll be taking my leave from this conversation now.
Hey, hold on. I just told you I'm sleeping with your second wife. How can you be so chill about this? Not only that, the daughter that you thought was yours is actually mine. Should you be more, sad? I thought you'd be lying on the floor crying your eyes out by now. Well, I guess it doesn't really change my plans, so whatever. At first, I was planning on dumping her after I told you about our affair like the last time. But you know, I actually kind of started to like her. That's why I got her pregnant, to make sure I could get her to divorce you and be with me. In other words, your wife and daughter are now mine. Everything went exactly as I planned. I win, you lose again. I hope you're ready to be a twice divorced loser. Be a pal and sign the paperwork as soon as you get it, okay? What's up, Frankie? I heard you absolutely lost it when your wife told you that she was going to divorce you. And then when she told you about your daughter. She said you didn't believe my text, but when she told you in person, you completely broke down and cried like a little girl. What's up with you, man? I already told you all of that. You should have believed me from the get-go. It would have saved you the humiliation of crying in front of your wife and daughter. I guess the truth finally set in, huh? Well, good. That makes my life easier, since now you'll agree to the divorce for sure. Just remember, it's what's best for your daughter. Or should I say, my daughter. Yo, Frankie, what's your deal? You never responded to my text yesterday. Are you trying to ignore me? Seriously, dude, grow up. You're a grown man. You're gonna have to deal with this like an adult. I guess I'm gonna have to tell you something that'll make you reply to me for sure this time. Know what I'm gonna do? Your wife. In your house. You gotta move it along, man. At this rate, your wife's gonna give birth to my second kid before you divorce her. Just knock before you come in, alright? Come on, Frank. You're starting to tick me off now. I wanted to settle this once and for all yesterday. That's why I texted you while I was with your wife. But once again, you didn't even reply once. How long are you going to keep running away from me, Frank? Do you think this is all going to go away if you keep ignoring me? You're going to have to face me sooner or later, Frank. Now text me back, tonight. Your wife and daughter are mine, like it or not. Sorry I've kept you waiting, Luke. There you are. I was doing a little digging into something, so I thought I would hold on from replying until I had dug up what I was looking for. Digging? What do you mean? I see you're very confident that you've stolen my wife and daughter from me. The woman you're with, her name is Luna, right? Yeah, your wife Luna. That's what I've been saying. Luna isn't my wife. What? She's my younger brother's wife. Your younger brother's wife? You're really something else, Frank. I was your best friend when we were kids. I lived next door to you until 8 years ago, for crying out loud. I know you don't have a younger brother, so tell me another one. Actually, I didn't even know I had a younger brother until about 6 years ago. And since you were run out of town 8 years ago, there's no way that you would know about him. Wait, what? I don't understand. To be more precise, he's only my half-brother. So that means... Yeah, my parents got divorced when I was 3, so I know you knew that my dad had left us to move away. Well, yeah, I knew that. My dad got married to another woman, and they had a son, my half-brother Ken. Okay, go on. Ken got married last year, a little over 2 years ago. But just this last year, the company he was working for went bankrupt. So he had to move out of the company housing he had been living in up until then. At that point, my dad and Ken's mom had already divorced, and Luna's parents had passed away in a sudden accident several years prior. So since the two of them had nowhere else to go, and I happened to live nearby, I let them come and move in with me in my house for a while. Hold on. You said that you weren't living in our old town anymore. What's the deal? I'm just getting there. Be patient. Just about a month after Ken and his wife moved into my place, my company told me they were sending me to work at our company headquarters in another country. What the? Another country? I mean, you're not even in the country right now?
That's right. My wife and I moved overseas together 10 months ago. And if everything goes according to plan, I'll be staying here for another 6 or 7 years.
Seriously?
And as for my old place, it was a rental house. So when I moved over here, I just had Ken take over the lease, and he and his wife kept on living there.
Man, this is an insane story. I had no idea. Man, this sucks. I was feeling great thinking that I managed to break up 2 of your marriages. But she's not even your wife? Ugh. I went to all that trouble for nothing. Whatever. I'm done with you. Later, Frankie. Frank, you there? I'm in big, big trouble. You gotta help me out, dude.
What do you want now, Luke? You do understand that we live in different time zones, right?
True time zones. I'm in full-on crisis mode, Frank.
Go on.
Your half-brother, Ken, he's suing me. And Luna just showed up at my apartment door with her kid and all her stuff.
Okay, and? I'm not sure what you're so surprised about. This is the only possible way this could have ended for you.
What do you mean, why?
You slept with a married woman, Luke. That means her husband, my half-brother Ken, can sue you for your part in her infidelity.
Really?
Don't tell me you forgot. You should have gotten the exact same papers in the mail when you slept with my first wife. That was when your parents agreed to foot the bill for the lawsuit settlement in exchange for cutting you out of their will. I guess I can understand how you forgot. At the time, you were just happy that your parents were going to pay it and wouldn't cost you a thing. I guess their act of kindness kept you from feeling the pain that hopefully would have taught you a lesson.
And that's it. My parents. I can get them to pay for the lawsuit.
Are you drunk again or just not paying attention? They cut you off, disowned you.
What else am I supposed to do? Luna's here demanding that I support her and the kid. I don't have that kind of money. I'm barely getting by on my own. If I can't get my parents to help me, then how am I supposed to come up with the money to feed 2 more people?
Well, I guess you could ask your parents to bail you out again. If you can find them.
What do you mean? I know where my old house is.
Was, not is. I looked it up, and the place where your old house used to be is now a new apartment complex.
What? It's gone? Why?
Isn't it obvious? They sold it and moved away. Their reputation in the community took a nosedive thanks to your escapade with my first wife. I also can imagine it would be pretty uncomfortable living next door to the person whose wife their son slept with. So they probably wanted to put it all behind them and start fresh elsewhere.
Where did they go?
Don't ask me. I have no idea.
You've got to have some idea.
Nope, not a clue. Are we done here? I want to get back to sleep.
Hey, you can't just go to sleep at a time like this.
I told you, idiot. Oh, you live in different time zones. Yes, I definitely can go to sleep right now.
That's not the issue. The issue is I'm having the crisis of a lifetime over here.
I would never in a million years lift one single finger to help you out of a crisis you might be facing. And not even to save your life.
How can you say that to me?
If you really don't know, then there's nothing that I could say to make you understand. I'm going back to bed now, Luke. Good luck.
Frank, you can't do this to me. You got to help me.
I heard about everything that happened next from my half-brother Ken. Apparently, it all went down pretty quickly. He was concerned that Luke and Luna might skip town to try and avoid paying him the money they owe him. So, while he got a lawyer to advance his case through the legal channels as quickly as possible, he also asked the CEO of his company for advice. The CEO told Luke that he had some connections in a particular sector of society that might be able to deal with the two of them. The CEO's acquaintance quickly agreed to take on the task of encouraging Luke and Luna not to leave town, and even gave them jobs and a place to live while they work off their debts to me. The company that hired them has a very strict disciplinary system in place, so I don't suppose the two of them will be causing any trouble in the near future. Plus, they're making all their payments on time. I was concerned for their daughter, though, since she's a totally innocent party in all of this, but Ken's CEO pulled some more strings and she got taken in by a kind and loving family. I'm not very hopeful that Ken will ever be able to be anything resembling a decent human being, but I hope his time at his new company will straighten him out, even if only for a little bit.